Hello, Scorpio.
Welcome to my channel, Sarah Angel Tarot.
This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising, full Celtic cross. The gentle energies coming in for Scorpio. For those of the zodiac sign of Scorpio. Remember, this may not resonate with everyone, but I hope to reach a majority. And if you want future readings, please hit the subscribe and the notification bell so you'll know when I give the readings. Incoming energy, no longer holding back on something. Maybe you're going to spend more, maybe you're just going to let out more in your life. But no holding back. Let's see what we got here. You may be dealing with the Page of Swords. This could be Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, or get a message that is pretty forceful. Not necessarily negative, but something that needs to be said. I see this page as more of a messenger, and sometimes younger type air signs, or someone who is taking on this energy, acting like them. It's crossing it, Queen of Cups, maybe you. Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Could be another Scorpio, But it could be you. It could be you. And maybe you're giving out this energy of stating what's on your mind, because remember, we had the Four of Pentacles. You're no longer holding back on something, but we'll see, because once I start clarifying all these cards that I put out, I could change the whole story up, so bear with me. What crowns you is a broken contract or broken relationships. You may be cutting something off, or maybe you're speaking your truth over a broken contract. Foundation, it could be with the Queen of Rods. This could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So you may have your say, and maybe it involves a possible fire sign or someone with a lot of passionate energy. In the past, you were hoping for a happily ever after situation with somebody. Could be somebody you know, or just in yourself, you just want to be happy. You just want to be content with life, emotionally content. Near future, you're going to come out of betrayal. You're going to come out of feeling stabbed in the back by somebody. So maybe you're going to say your truth over someone you had a broken contract. Could very well be a fire sign or someone with that just acting like them, or they have it in their chart somewhere. In the past, you might have thought you had some happily ever after situation, but something went amok, a contract got broke, and now in the near future, you come out of feeling stabbed or in the back or betrayed. You're coming out of that. Possible future outcome or advice from the universe. Knight of Rods. That also, again, could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is showing someone non-committal. But it doesn't have to be. I got to clarify, so bear with me like I've been saying. Be moving these cards all over the place. What is coming towards you? Someone's wanting to do a little give and take with you, And it could be that someone also helps you out financially. A lot of times that has a lot to do with it. Hopes and fears, taking more control of the situation. I believe you're hoping for this. Or some of you can be dealing with an Aries. In the end, you feel a little trapped about what to do next. This is not necessarily the worst type of energy. It's more like a mental energy, Swords is that you don't know what to do or how to get out of a situation. Maybe even you're coming out of betrayal and stabbed in the back. And maybe they're offering you something, some give and take, but maybe you are caught up in something else, something, Or you don't know what to do about a situation. But the Eight of Swords, what it has to do is you're able to get out of this. It's a mental energy. You're able to break through the Eight of Swords. But I got to clarify, like I said, let's see what's going on. I'd like to see what happened with the Page of Swords there with the Queen of Cups. Now someone's having their truth or say, or dealing with messages that are sharp but need to be said. So Page of Swords, Queen of Cups, crossing it while you're there for Scorpio. Queen of Wands again. That's Rods and Wands are the same thing, by the way. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in the upright. So maybe having a truth said with a fire sign or someone that has it in their chart. So let's do this again. So Page of Swords, Queen of Cups, Queen of Rods, as the subject at hand while you're there. If you hear me stop, it's because I'm thinking about something. Queen of Pentacles. It could be a couple of people that are involved in this situation, more than just two people. Queen of Pentacles can be an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. They're both in the upright in this situation, so maybe that's what you're feeling, trapped and not knowing what to do about it. I don't know. Leave it in the comments. Now, what crowns you, or what your goal is the Hierophant. It's about a broken contract. It's about breaking things that you don't feel are very stable for you, or you don't want something long-term, or it has something to do, whatever you're doing has to do with maybe somebody you had a broken contract with. So the Hierophant in reverse, what crowns Scorpio? Why are you there? Page of Cups, a message of emotional nature coming your way that had to do with, like I said, a broken contract. The Hierophant in reverse, Page of Cups in the upright while you're there for Scorpio. The Emperor. Things were out of control at one time, and that's why probably the Hierophant occurred, you know, in reverse. The contract broke. And someone may be trying to regain control where there was no control before. Now the Foundation, you got the Queen of Rods, which supports all this. Queen of Rods in the upright while you're there for Scorpio as the Foundation. It's a lover. This person was a lover to you, or someone you had an emotional bond with. So, Queen of Rods, Wands, the Lover's in the upright while you're there for Scorpio. You may have some words still. You may, you know, get a little testy, or they may get a little testy with you, over speaking on each other. You know, someone's trying to talk and someone over talks, you know, when they're trying to talk. Sort of like that. So let the person talk. Or maybe they should let you talk, huh? Now in the past you thought you had this Ten of Cups energy with them, and it's in the upright, so it's still a possibility. Ten of Cups in the upright while you're there for Scorpio. They want their happily ever after no matter what. Nothing wrong with that. And the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. So things you can take on this energy no matter if you feel it resonates or not. Positive cards always get a hold of and make it work for you. So the Ten of Cups in the upright and the Wheel of Fortune in the upright while you're there for Scorpio. What's going on? In the past, some imbalance was with it. So you had that. You had the opportunity to have this, and still do, but something became unbalanced and a little amok, you know, went a little haywire with the Temperance in reverse. Now in the near future, you got the Ten of Swords in reverse, and you want that in reverse. Ten of Swords in reverse is coming out of betrayal with somebody or feeling stabbed in the back. So Ten of Swords in reverse in the very near future, and while you're there for Scorpio. There's that Five of Wands. Yeah, you're still going to overtalk each other, you know. This is the Five of Wands. You got Ten of Swords in reverse, Five of Wands in the upright while you're there for Scorpio in the near future. And you could be still dealing with the King of Pentacles in reverse. That is Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. So you may be over-talking or trying to have a discussion with the King of Pentacles, and it gets a little loud. Not necessarily a fighting thing. It's just you're both trying to have your say at the same time. So someone's going to raise their voice to try to drown out the other, you know, to be heard. So, possible future outcome or advice from the universe is the Knight of Rods in reverse. Knight of Rods in reverse while you're there for Scorpio. Collaborate with this Knight of Rods. It's saying to collaborate with somebody that's not always you know, rational in some ways. That you may be collaborating, again, was usually with more than two people, or having to work something out that involves with, you know, two people and more. Besides yourself, that is. So Knight of Rods in reverse, Three of Pentacles in the upright while you're there for Scorpio. The Sun, because someone's not happy, so someone needs to collaborate and work on something. Now, what's coming towards you is someone wants a little give and take. They want to, you know, cooperate, and they may even try to help you on something, because that has a lot to do with that. So, Six of Pentacles coming towards Scorpio while you're there. But you're afraid they may be a little manipulative again, or acting manipulative, or they still feel this way towards you with the Magician in reverse. So 6 of Pentacles, the Magician in reverse while you're there. So someone may be offering you something. Yeah, they may be trying to manipulate they may be offering you something, give and take, and they're not telling you up and up what they're trying to do, but it could be a contract or a relationship with you they're trying to, go towards, and they may not really let you know it straight out that this is what they're wanting from you, but it could be. Now, the hopes and fears is the Emperor. Now, you could be dealing with an Aries, or like I said, trying to gain control. That's what you're wanting. That's your hope. I don't see you fearing this situation, so I'm thinking it's a hope. So the Emperor in the upright, while you're there, for Scorpio. You want to come out of feeling abandoned or trapped or not having enough. So the Emperor in the upright, 5 of Pentacles in reverse, and you want that in reverse while you're there. And you may have to drop a situation because you can't keep on doing 2 different things, people, financial situations, or you're just going to have to drop something so you can have enough, so you can take control. I mean, you're overdoing it, and you may have to drop something. And you're going to feel trapped while you're trying to make this decision because you got the 8 of Swords and you don't know what to do. You feel trapped. You feel like, I don't know which way I'm supposed to go. I don't know how to go about it. So the 8 of Swords, while you're there, as the final outcome for Scorpio. I'm thinking you're having a hard time deciding between a past love situation that ended in heartbreak with the 3 of Swords in reverse. So 8 of Swords in the upright, 3 of Swords in reverse while you're there for Scorpio. And you eventually want to make an offer, but you don't know how to go about it. You're going to make a positive offer. You're going towards that positive offer. The Knight of Cups is a beautiful card. It is one of my favorites in the deck. And it does represent, it can represent a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. But this one always is bringing in an upright, something positive and loving and good, and something that someone likes. So I think someone's wanting to offer something, but they feel trapped and not knowing how to go about it. They may not want to go back in the past and have past hurts and betrayal, but I do see you coming out of that. In the end, you got that 10 of Cups again. You still got that happily ever after, whatever you were aiming for, whether it be a person or situation in your life that you're wanting. It looks like whatever you're aiming for at this time is going to work out the way you want it to. You got the happily ever after card, the 10 of Cups twice. And it's a final decision in being happy in what you're wanting. It's a great reading. I see you, just dealing with people from the past and having to work with at least 2 more people besides yourself. I see that words may be, you may overtalk each other and trying to shout out each other, not necessarily in a manner, but maybe you get excited and we both start talking at the same time and drown out each other. So, that's the only hazard I see with this. 10 of Swords coming out of betrayal, maybe talking things out, maybe overcoming it, if anything. Someone wants to come in towards you, it's going to do some give and take. They're going to say, they want to work with you, but they're manipulating a situation in some way because they want a relationship, but they may not tell you that's what they're wanting. You yourself are thinking, maybe I should collaborate with this type of fire energy and the sun because we weren't happy before. Maybe you need to turn the things around, but you don't have to because, Tarot is here to help. Like I said, not to hinder. If you like this path, go with it. If you don't, put a halt to it. That's what it's here for. You have a choice. The more, it is true, the more major arcanas, the harder it is to change, but it's not impossible. I've done it. Now, your hope is to regain control, not to feel abandoned or not having enough, but you may have to drop something and make a decision, but you're undecisive because you got the 8 of Swords as someone that doesn't know what to do just yet over past heartbreak, but they want to make things right in their lives, or somebody wants to make something right in their lives, yours or theirs or whatever, and you got the 10 of Cups in the end, happily ever after for Scorpio. This is your reading. I'm going to let this go and I'll talk to you later, okay? Bye.